And now, entering the ring, Jason Hughes, Dustin Dougie Campbell, and Jason Papa White, the triple threat on the Strong Booking Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Strong Booking Podcast. It's a little bit of a special episode. We got Money in the Bank tonight, so we're going to pretty much all topics will be on it. And I'm going to go ahead and thank our sponsors real quick. Pressburg Pig and Poke, High Tech Signs and Graphics, and McGuire's Insurance Agency. One thing I do want to bring up before we did start talking about Money in the Bank is the Triple H and Stephanie selling their stock to the company. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, we'd read some stuff last week or the week before that Vince and Fox and ESPN were looking at buying out WWE. I mean, are they trying to sell out, sell their cash out while they can? Is Vince actually going to do it? Who knows? Time will tell. But it's kind of intriguing to see what's going to happen in this situation.
Yeah.
What do you think, Papa?
From what I've read, they've both sold around $1 million worth of stock. And the question I have is, how much do they have? Maybe $1 million worth of stock is just a fraction of what they have. Maybe it's not even, might be just in a small percent of what they've got. I don't know. That's what I want.
Producer Kev brought up something good last night. He said something about they're getting investigated for something. I can't remember what he said exactly. It's about
it was
stock sharing.
Insider trading.
Insider trading.
Yeah, I believe all the McMahons are currently getting investigated for it.
Okay. I mean, you think that's something they're doing?
I don't know, but
I don't know much about that stuff myself, so I can't say much about it.
I would say insider stock trading is a pretty common practice. I mean, if you knew you were going to lose money if you didn't do something, wouldn't you do it? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't have. I'm not. That's something I don't know a lot about, so I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing I know is Martha Stewart went to prison for it several years ago. That's the only thing I know.
Okay, well then that makes it. That makes me a little bit more understanding of how severe it can be.
Then I heard some members of Congress had done it this year and nobody said anything, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right, let's start talking about Money in the Bank. We got all that craziness out of the way. I know the first match. I think the first match on the card, first match I've seen was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. You got the New Days in it. You got Miz and Morrison. You got the Forgotten Boys. And who's the fourth team, Jason?
Lucha House Party.
Lucha House Party, yeah.
Oh, it's Lucha House Party. Yeah, they got it.
You think Lucha House Party's going to win?
No.
I thought that's what you're saying.
No.
My opinion, the Forgotten Sons, I think, might come out on top in that one. They've been pushing them hard since they brought them up from NXT, even though, they didn't really get the push on NXT when they were down there. Well, I guess you could say down there at the time when they were there. They never really had the belts. They fought for them a few times, but ever since they've been called up to SmackDown, they've been, head-to-head with New Day from what I can see. So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come out on top, but also wouldn't be shocked if New Day retained as well.
Yeah, it's 50-50 booking. You could go either way, I mean.
Yeah. I just wish they'd do more with the Morrison. I kind of wish they'd put him in some singles action.
I'd say that's something we might see later on down. Maybe something happen, and then you'll have a Miz and Morrison match. One turn on the other.
I'd be fine with that. I'd be okay with the Miz and Morrison feud.
Yeah. I don't know. I would rather see him just split ways without doing a cliche, I'm mad at you, let's have a match. I'd like to see them just split ways and remain friends and go that route.
Yeah, that could happen too. Just never know. I know I am kind of over the New Day, seeing them. I wish they would almost have a split. I think it's about time. But
yeah, I think they move a lot of merchandise, so I don't know about that.
I know. Yeah, that's something we've always discussed and you've talked about a lot. So that makes perfect sense. They're like one of the highest selling merch, so it's hard to drop the gimmick when they're still on the top.
Yeah, hard to give up a cash cow.
Yeah, and I know we got Bailey versus Tamina. So what do y'all think about that?
Probably Bailey. I still think it's all set up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Sasha helps her win, and then maybe turns on her, possibly.
That's always a match everybody's been looking to see. Build that up for a long time. One of them to turn on one another. So, and right now both of them play like that heel character. So when one turns, they're going to be a face. So I think Sasha will be that face. I think eventually when she turns, it's going to be. That could be a SummerSlam matchup.
You're probably right. I just don't like Bailey as a heel. I just don't.
No, not at all.
She does not have the heel look to me.
Haircut doesn't do it for you, does it?
Nothing. I don't know why
nothing about her. She just does not seem like a bad person. She seems like a good person.
Her face just like spells face. She has a baby face. That's all you can say.
Right.
But I did find it kind of, strange and odd that they kind of were pushing Tamina and giving her a title shot. It's kind of that jumped out to me. I really don't know.
I like your cup. I like your cup art, Jason.
Thank you, man.
Pepsi rock. We rock.
Where can
see it?
Where can people get such a cup at?
Right.
You can probably get that at High Tech Signs and Graphics. I can get you hooked up. I'll get you a price on it later on.
Yeah.
But it's a little advertising, But as far as the Tamina and Bailey go, I think it's more of a filler match for this pay-per-view in itself. I don't see Tamina winning.
No.
That's just me. Give her a little boost, let her have a pay-per-view title shot. And she's always been kind of injury-prone too as well. So, I just think you could have whoever wins the ladder match tonight between the women's could end up facing Bailey. So, and I know Sasha's not even in that. So,
they could cash in.
Cash in.
Yeah. Like I say, they've had cash ins.
Yeah.
On Money in the Bank.
As far as Tamina goes, if she wasn't Jimmy Snuka's daughter, I don't even think she would be there.
That's fair enough. That's why I found it so odd that they decided at this time just to put her in the title shot.
Yeah.
She's just always been like a muscle for them.
Yeah. She's kind of like a Zack Ryder type character who's just there. She never does anything, but she's just there.
Yeah. So I found it a little odd, but moving on. We got the SmackDown title match. It's Bray versus Braun Strowman. I guess it's actually Bray, not the Fiend. So I see Braun going over in this fight. This match.
Yeah, I still see the Fiend making a appearance there.
Yeah,
not going to be.
So they've specified that it's Bray and not the Fiend.
That's what the card says, and I'm pretty sure from what I've read and seen, it's Bray versus Braun.
Everything I saw, it looked that way too. But I think, at that point, I think Braun might be getting over Bray. Lights go out, lights come on. Fiend, I still think the Fiend or Bray will go over in this. Braun was just a filler champ, at the time. We talked about it before. It before. Whoever
He's
wrestled,
not a champ.
Yeah, whoever wrestled Goldberg at that pay-per-view was going to beat Goldberg, whether it be Roman Reigns, end up being Braun. It could have been anybody was going to beat Goldberg at that pay-per-view. So
I can agree with that, though.
It could have been Tamina.
Yeah. They've let Braun defend the title a couple times on SmackDown, so he's got a couple defenses, but victories with the belt, but it was just something. Even when he won the Intercontinental belt, they didn't let him keep it very long. He had it and it was gone. Just like that.
Yeah.
It's just any title he's actually had, he's never had for a long period of time. So.
Yeah. Well, this, like you said too, this will be a way to get the belt back on the Bray Wyatt the scene, and the Goldberg thing will, nobody will even remember it happening. They'll get the belt back on him, and
I hope
they'll
so.
go from there. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it sets up a lot. If you put it back on Bray and just say tonight Black wins, can you imagine the mental feud between Aleister Black and the Fiend / Bray? There's a lot of different, even other people that are in it. If AJ Styles wins, you've got a couple ways you could go with that. I know Rey Mysterio's in it. It's just there's a lot of ways you can go with Bray being champ that you can't.
Let's talk about AJ for a second. You bring him up. You posted the other day. He had that big comment about his return, that it was too soon and everything. That they could have went a different way with his gimmick and everything. I think he might have hurt himself by saying that.
I just think he was being truthful. I mean, he
was, but it seemed like a little bit of.
Could have still been kind of sour over the OC getting released. Also, it could have been a little slap at, brass, but
I mean, yeah. The big picture is, you can't really hurt AJ.
Oh, you can't. As far as fan wise,
the WWE might get mad at him.
Yeah,
they can fire him, but it's not going to hurt him. I mean, he can go anywhere he wants to.
Yeah,
if I was AJ, I would. Yeah, if I was AJ, I would just speak my mind and go on.
But it seemed like what he was doing, though, he was speaking his mind and kind of saying he wasn't happy with the situation, and maybe he is trying to push for an out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I believe that. I like seeing AJ there, but they could have done so much more with AJ Styles than what they did.
Yeah. He could go right now to AEW and be on fire.
Yeah, he'll go anywhere. I mean, he can
anywhere. Yeah, not just AEW, but I would love this is random, but I'd love to see him go. With the OC to AEW. That would be a cool little thing.
I say, whether WWE's mad or not, they're just not going to let AJ Styles walk out.
No, he's too big of a draw for him.
Yeah, he would have to, expire whatever contract he's on now to get there. And they would probably try to drag it out as long as they could.
Yeah, I just did as far as Money in the Bank go, I think that kind of might have took him out of winning it. Vince might be, Vince could be petty sometimes. So
he seems petty all the time.
Yeah. So after those comments, I could see him if AJ was supposed to win it, he'd switch plans up.
Yeah, I would like to see Black win it myself. I mean,
that's who I want to see win it by far.
Yeah, it's time to give him a good push and a good chance.
It's time to give Otis a push too. I wouldn't mind seeing Otis win it.
That's my dark horse. It's my wild horse.
Yeah.
I love Otis.
I got nothing against Otis. He's a character. He's good.
He's one of my favorite Instagram, one of the favorite people I follow on Instagram. He's hilarious.
Yeah, that was
extremely likable person.
Yeah.
That was something I was going to try to bring up later. Would name off the match and then give who you think's going to win, and then do a wild card pick. That was something I wanted to bring up. We can go back to it here in a little bit, but
yeah.
Well, a ladder match is not exactly built for Otis.
No.
But he could still win it. It's just not.
But it's kind of I don't know, because they're doing this. Well, they're doing in the what do you call it? It's not. It's corporate. Yeah, cinematic. So I mean, there's a chance this could play out, in his favor, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's still gonna have to
Got to climb a bunch of stairs and everything.
climb the ladder.
He might get in the elevator.
Well, I mean, they can do what they want. He could. I mean, they could, yeah, they could strap a rope to him like a reverse sting and just hoist him up there for all I know.
Oh, goodness.
That brings me to something that me and Jason talked about. I guess he brought it up to me, and then we were just kind of researching it. I guess the men and women are going at the same time, from what I can tell. There's going to be two briefcases.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, two briefcases are going to be hanging in the ring, and they're going to be going at the same time. So, I mean, you're going to have. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
Saying,
no, I'm good. Go ahead.
I was just going to say what I saw today is the rumor is 5. You see what I mean? They've, I guess they've shot some of it cinematic, and then some of it's actually going to be happening live. So, that's just what I heard. I don't know.
That's a lot. That could be really interesting. Now, could you have 2 women win, or does it still have to be a man and
I think it's a man and woman. I think they've got the white briefcase for the women hanging up and the gold briefcase hanging for the men. And from what I can tell, I mean, that's everything I've seen. It was going to be that way.
That's great. So, it's going to be fun to watch.
Is Mandy in it? Is Mandy in the match?
No, she's not. I can give you the women that are in it if you want to. It's Nia Jax, Asuka, Baszler, Dana, Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. So.
God, I would have loved to see Mandy in it and her and Otis both win.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Gold.
Well, it would have been great if they would have worked it like Otis could have his chance to win it, but he, decides to help Mandy win and sacrifice his opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that too. That would have been gold.
That would have, yeah, that would have been an emotional moment.
Yeah. That's cool.
But with that card, I think, I'm always going to say Baszler on everything.
Yeah, I think she needs to be the one to win it, though.
I've seen that she's been the favorite in a lot. A lot of people are saying Asuka, though. They're kind of pushing Asuka a lot on SmackDown here lately.
Yeah.
So her name's been brought back up.
When they had the face-to-face there on MVP's little show, I don't know what Asuka was saying, but I liked it. I was into it, but I don't know what she was saying. It just sounded cool,
I've never hated Asuka. I mean, she's a little bit crazy, but I mean, she's a good wrestler.
She's one of the first people I've ever seen that can cut a promo, and I don't know what she's saying. I can feel the promo. I'm like,
That's great.
It's like when Nakamura talks.
Yeah, she could be calling me bad names. I wouldn't know, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's awesome,"
Like it sounds provocative.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, but yeah, do that to her.
It's like I don't know what it means, but I like it.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess we also got Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, the Messiah.
Yeah. I hope Drew wins. I don't know.
I don't know either. I've read a couple different things. They might let Seth win, but I hope not. I think Drew needs a little bit of a run.
Yeah. The lowest Raw ratings in history while Drew's champ. I don't know.
Oh, well, okay. You make a good point there.
But
it usually doesn't fly well in Vince's shoot mind.
I'm with you all. I hope they let Drew win. I think he's a good champion. And I just don't want them to rush and take it from him because that's just going to kill him out. for the future.
Papa just made a great point, though. I mean, the lowest ratings of Raw was the Drew's Championship. You know, it's been in the past. It's been known that Vince he'll switch champions.
Yeah. Well, they said that like he had a stockholders meeting or somewhat, and they were talking about the ratings, and his words were, "It's because Brock wasn't champion, or we had just took the title off Brock was the reason that the ratings were low."
Yeah. If Seth was to win, I think it'll be like some kind of disqualification, or not disqualification, but he cheat to win. It wouldn't be clean.
Well, I mean, people just don't seem to like wrestling without a crowd.
Yeah, that's just another fact.
Nobody. I mean,
Can't.
I'll watch it, but I don't like it as much as I did with the crowd.
I've expressed it for weeks now. I don't like it without a crowd.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll watch it if it's something I really want to see. But if it's something I really don't, I didn't really want to watch. It makes it harder to watch without no crowd.
I mean, you brought it up to me, Jason, this past week about what you were talking about just now with, Vince probably could easily put that belt back on Brock as fast as possible. They might let Drew win now, but if they're not, I know they're able to go back to having partial audience. It started this past week, so maybe, they give it a shot once they can do that if they want to start selling tickets to, have the 25% capacity you can have, see what kind of ratings you can get with Drew as champ. But if not, I'm with you. I could see by SummerSlam they putting the belt back on Brock.
Yeah.
But what if somebody that wins the men's match cashes in? That's just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you never know.
There's a lot that could take place in one night.
At some point, they're going to have to take a chance with somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to. That's the only way that you can grow and make new superstars is at some point you've got to pull the trigger on somebody new and give them a chance to run with it and a chance to grow.
And
you can't always just fall back to Brock.
Somebody like Black, he's one of those guys that, they can push him to a superstar.
Yeah, I agree. Sure do.
And, like, you got Daniel Bryan and AJ, but they're already at the top of the ladder, as far as superstar, their name's out there. So I wouldn't see it, beneficial to WWE to put the Money in the Bank with them.
No. They're already as big as they're going to get.
Exactly. Can't get any bigger than they are.
Oh, I mean, you can get bigger than they are, but they're not going to get no bigger than they are.
Yeah,
they've had every opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine that the WWE is wanting another John Cena or another Hulk Hogan or some Rock type figure, like a true Stone Cold superstar type. Guy.
But that's a good point. They really are missing out on the kind of like a John Cena, Rock, Stone Cold type guy right now. Because they don't think about it. You don't really have that.
Nope. You just need one of them.
Yeah.
You get one of them, you can pack a whole company with just one of them guys.
Yeah. You got some guys that are great superstars, but they don't have that same morale as a John Cena or a Rock or a Stone Cold.
Well, you don't know until you give them a chance. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Well, yeah, they're probably out there. I'm sure they're there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you somebody that. Go ahead.
I was going to say it could be Drew. I mean, for all I know, he's got the look, he's got the skill. I mean,
yeah.
You don't know what's going to hit.
I just don't think. Drew don't have the likability as somebody like a Hulk Hogan or John Cena or The Rock or something like. Yeah, we all love him because he's a great wrestler and stuff. But when you talk about Stone Cold and you talk about The Rock and you talk about Cena, they're known by, even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know who they are.
Yeah, but
and you usually you can even say you like them.
Yeah, at some point, nobody knew
right.
who he was.
That's right.
And when
I'm
they
just
let
saying
Drew,
that. Go
when
ahead.
they let Drew just kind of do his own thing, Drew comes off as funny. He comes off
you're
as
right. You're right. He could be.
that guy.
I still like all my marbles are on Velveteen Dream, which I still think.
Oh yeah.
I think he's the.
But before
Go.
you can have a guy like that, you can't be writing his promos for him. The same
No.
people can't be writing everybody's promos, or you'll always have people acting the same way. You know.
You're right. You're right.
AEW, I believe, has a better chance of producing a mega star than anybody because they're letting them be what they naturally are to begin with.
You're right. That makes it like 100%. You know,
We brought that up a lot. That's wrestlers running a wrestling promotion.
Yeah, me and you talk about every day, Jay.
It ain't just that. I mean, you know, the Rock wouldn't be who the Rock was if he didn't get to do his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so he had somebody writing his promo, he would have been some generic bland guy, just like the rest of them.
It's like when they
Same
let
thing.
Austin.
He'd have been Rocky Maivia forever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, when they let Austin go off and cut that Austin 316 promo, he would have never been much more than the Hollywood Blondes that he was in for a long time if he didn't get to cut that promo. And once he did, it just took off.
And Jason, Papa, you pointed something out to me during the week. You know, he was talking about Triple H and how he really changed the business. And, you know, I thought about that a lot. And, you know, you're right, because he was one of the, back in the 90s, if you think about it, he's one of the guys that kind of took his own chances, and he didn't really care if, you know, if it got him in trouble or not. And then, you know, the higher powers, Vince McMahon or whoever, seen kind of how it was working, and, you know, it made the other guys be able to get some freedom. So, you know, maybe, you know.
Well, even from the beginning, Triple H, he believed in himself. I mean,
exactly.
When he went to the WWE, when he left WCW and went to WWE, he was taking a huge pay cut with no guarantee whatsoever, just an opportunity. And he took that and he ran with it, you know.
Yeah. And on the way, you know, I would say he broke a lot of rules, but he did a lot of things different that necessarily didn't love, but I mean, it opened up doors. So,
well, they said that, you know, the stuff he done was stuff that he was doing backstage, stuff that just worked. You know, it just funny's funny. You know, cool's cool, no matter where you do it at or who say. You know, it is what it is.
You're right. But yeah, on the point of AEW, they got the biggest chance of making that superstar just because they let everybody, you know, do what they want. But let's get back to Money in the Bank here. You know,
well, Jay got me back into watching.
Oh, back into AEW.
Do what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last week's episode.
Yeah, I'd have been watching.
Well, Well, I'm going to say it. I watched highlights for a long time. You know, y'all make fun of me. But last week's episode, I did watch it, and it was great.
Yeah, it's not bad because it seems like there's a crowd there. There's an illusion of a crowd.
Yeah.
I've been telling you all for months. I never stopped watching it. I watch it religiously. I'm an AEW homer. So
my bad, man. My bad. I didn't know.
Hey, you started it. You watched last week and you got addicted and you had to watch this week. I mean, they put on the best product that's going on right now. And
you can't argue that. There's no argument to that.
It's just like Jason brought it up to me, even though they had just wrestlers in the crowd, camera angles, the way they were zoomed in on the action in the ring and everything, you could hear people talking, but you were looking at the wrestling, but it made you think there was a crowd there, even though there was only a wrestler there. And even though this past week we brought it up when the inner circle and them were fighting in the concession area, there was some fans there, could be family and friends of, the wrestlers or whatever, but, it's just a different feel. And actually, I watched SmackDown Friday night, and their camera angles have changed a lot. They're zoomed more in on the ring and everything now to give you that illusion that it's all about the wrestling. You'll hear a little noise in the background thinking there's fans there. So, they might have learned something off of AEW and using it now.
Yeah.
But, it's just...
I'm surprised they've not tried to pump in like crowds and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm surprised
you're
they
right.
ain't try to, pump in noises and stuff.
But I won't be shocked if this week both organizations, WWE and AEW, have actual fans in the crowd this week, whether it's at the Performance Center. I think WWE they're going to bring some people in there. AEW at Daly's Place, which might be their kind of Performance Center, smaller venue right there in Jacksonville, that you'll see some scattered fans throughout the arena as far as they can right now. It was kind of hard for them to do it last week because it got announced so late in the week to try to sell tickets to do that. And you can't have a large group standing in line to buy tickets to get in for 25% capacity. So I wouldn't be shocked if you didn't see that this week.
I got a question.
Okay.
Major League Wrestling, every Saturday, they're putting a new episode out with fans in the audience. How long did they have this taped up? They must tape up like, I don't know how many months in advance.
We've talked about this before. It just seems like they got.
Yeah.
It seems like they got a whole year taped up or something.
Yeah.
Even with the MJF thing, he just keeps popping up.
Yeah, I'm surprised. They ain't got Randy Savage wrestling next week. They've got a lot of backlog of tapes there.
That's pretty good too. That's pretty. That kind of benefited them during this time a little bit. They kind of benefited from that a little bit. I was going. Talking about AEW, Sammy Guevara, when he took that shot from that whatever that golf cart gator thing, that was like one of the wildest things I've seen in a long time.
When he hit Sammy with the golf cart.
Yeah, he looked like he actually took the bump. It was nice.
It looked good.
Yeah, he went for it.
And Kenny done that moonsault off that whatever they call those things. That was nice.
That was cool. Yeah, have a Matt Hardy drive.
Papaw's freezing up on us a little bit. You there, Papaw?
Yeah.
What was you saying about Matt Hardy?
Yeah, my internet's acting a little funny. I was just talking about Matt Hardy driving the golf cart with Omega hanging out the side point. I thought it was
that was a killer match.
Good visual.
Well, we've kind of got off the Money in the Bank train here.
Yeah, we'll get
talking
back
about
on
AEW.
It happened.
Let's get back on it here. And see. Well, you said Baszler's going to win the women's. I kind of agree with that. It's going to be my pick, Baszler. What about you, Jason?
Which Jason?
I call him Papa. You're Jason.
I won't say
Carmella.
Carmella. Hey, I like Carmella.
James Ellsworth coming back tonight.
No chin
God,
music.
remember how much smoke that? You remember how much heat that got?
Yeah.
They had to redo the match the next night.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how the ladder match wasn't built for Otis. It ain't built for Nia Jax either. So
Yeah.
got a lot of ground floors to carry to get up there. I'm going with Asuka. I could see that. But I just read. I was actually looking at something on my phone right now. A lot of people are pulling for Dana Brooke to win it.
No, I hope not.
honestly, it don't matter to me who wins it.
That's kind of true too. I don't care.
You know,
I like Baszler,
WWE. The WWE's got a lot of work in front of them. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff to do if they're going to fix it now.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna ask you all a question right now. All right, whoever wins this match, if it's not Baszler, goes to face Bailey. If Baszler wins, she's going back for Becky. I mean, is that, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking.
What's the money in the bank too? You know, they don't really necessarily have to face them.
I know they can cash in on whoever, but I just think if Baszler wins, she's going to go back and try to. I think she's going to go for Becky. That's just.
You think she's just going to cash in and actually have a match with her?
I mean, she can cash. That I don't know. I'm just saying I think she's going for Becky's title. She's going Raw. But
for sure.
Any of the other women win, I think they're going to cash in on Bailey. That's just. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I just feel that's the way it's going to go. Regardless.
Could be. I say you're right.
You know, if somebody like Alistair gets it, you know, how long does he hold it before he cashes in? You know.
Who, Black?
Yeah.
A while.
Yeah. Yeah, he might wait for somebody to come knock on his door or something. I don't know. It might be a minute for him.
Yeah.
Remember Buddy Murphy knocked on his door for like a month?
Yeah.
I think whoever wins the men's is going to wait a while until everything gets back to normal before that theirs gets cashed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the crowd reaction for a cash in. That's the whole purpose, I believe, of it.
Yep,
Is
exactly.
for that, you know, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in wrestling, in my opinion, that depends on the crowd reaction, you know.
Oh, God, I would say probably 70% of it. You know, wrestling-wise, like, it depends on the crowd. Crowds make a match.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know.
A crowd can make a bad match seem great just by being into it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Hogan versus The Rock.
Yep. The crowd made that match. I mean, that match probably it's not a great match, but as far as like history goes, it's one of the the funnest matches to watch just because of the crowd. And you hear like I've heard Stone Cold talk about this. You know, that's like 80% of wrestling is crowd psychology. You know,
yeah,
he swears
that's
by
how
it.
they determine what's working and what's not working. You know?
Exactly. That's why he said that a million times in interviews. He swears by it. You know, it's all crowd reaction, psychology. That's what made him so great.
That's what all the great wrestlers say. Rock, Omega. It's all about psychology. It's not about the flips and the flops. It's about the emotions. You know, how you feel while watching it, how you feel when it's over.
Yeah, and that's why I can see some people get lost, like you said. You're talking about the flips and the flops, like a Young Bucks match and stuff, and the Lucha Bros. Like some people don't love that stuff. Especially Jim Cornette. He's somebody that's always, talked a lot of crap about it, and it is a good high point in the match, and people are, you'll get your chance. That was awesome stuff, but there isn't much psychology to it.
Some of your best wrestlers, I mean, didn't do 5 or 6 moves the whole match. I mean,
well, I mean, look at the list: Hulk Hogan, John Cena. Even like Stone Cold, he didn't have a big arsenal. He done very few moves.
You're right.
Triple H, he does very few moves, but they're all if you notice, they all get their signature moves. Like Triple H had the spine buster, and
the stuff they do works.
Stone Cold had the mud hole stomp.
very simple stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do a move and pace around for a reaction, then do another move.
Yeah. The Rock would always do that DDT, then, push himself back up.
Oh, yeah. The Rock played to the crowd, just, Shawn Michaels, too.
Yeah,
They
he
played to the crowd, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of Shawn Michaels, I went back or somebody posted a video or match of him and Hulk Hogan. And I hadn't watched it. Yeah, I hadn't watched it in a long time. God, that's one of the funniest matches to go back and watch.
Yep.
It was so.
Yep. It's good.
The way he was selling and everything. It was hilarious.
Yep. I like overselling myself. Like Omega's bad to oversell too, but I like it.
Well, Shawn was doing it on purpose, but
Yeah.
I think
Shawn oversold a lot, anyways.
Yeah.
So he was Ric Flair. Flair oversold.
Oh yeah, he was overselling, but it kind of made sense. Well, especially with Shawn because he was kind of a smaller guy. So when he was facing bigger guys and they were doing moves to him, he was kind of doing the right thing. He was making them look strong.
Yeah.
How much time we got left,
Kevin? You got anything to say, Jason?
There was 2 other matches I'm going to bring up that are on the card tonight. MVP versus R-Truth is one. And then the kickoff show, you have Cesaro and Jeff Hardy. And, they let Jeff Hardy squash Sheamus Friday night. So I'm assuming he's probably going to do the same to Cesaro.
MVP versus R-Truth?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Match.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yep.
God, that's straight out of 2004, ain't it? They're having a time machine match.
Yep.
Dude.
So that was the other 2 matches that are on the card. I'm assuming R-Truth's probably going to beat MVP. I'm going to say Jeff.
Yeah, I hope so.
I imagine. But
I would like to see him give R-Truth one good run before he got too old,
I agree.
But then again, he may never get too old. I don't know.
He's 50. What is he, 52 right now?
Somewhat old, yeah.
He's old. But yeah, I'm with you. I'd like to see him give him a little run. He's always been a trooper.
Oh, yeah. He's over, too. R-Truth is over.
Yeah,
People
he's always
love
been over.
I do. I like him.
He's this 24-time, 24/7 champ.
Yeah, Route 95.
Yeah. He's got to defend it.
He was awesome in TNA.
I know when I see R-Truth come out, I get excited. Because I know he's getting ready to do something funny and something good,
Something you're going to remember.
Yeah.
He's definitely he's an entertainer, that's for sure.
Yep.
I follow him on TikTok, and he's hilarious on there.
Yeah. You see the one where he does the Golden Girls thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, he's
So
good.
He puts those fake teeth in.
Yeah. He's good.
Cracks me up.
What do y'all want to do?
You said the other match was Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro.
Yeah.
That was on the
Jeff
kickoff show.
That's the kickoff. So that's and I guess what?
Cesaro's not allowed to win a match.
That's true.
Most underused guy in WWE, I think. One of them.
Cesaro's not allowed to win.
That's another guy that deserved a push long time ago.
Long time ago.
At this point, I don't even know if it would be believable to give Cesaro a push.
No, they tarnished him now.
Yeah. They've buried him out so bad, I don't know what you do with the guy.
Yeah, he's in and out of stables left and right, so you don't even know.
Yeah.
He's just,
and they've done that with him. God, I don't know if it was like because of his injury problems. I know he's been hurt a few times, so I don't know if they just never put any trust into him or what, like where he went wrong. But
I don't know.
But they say that he is like as far as doing whatever they want, like he'll do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You don't care to be the guy
that way, don't it?
Yeah, you don't care to be the guy to take the L
those
for the team.
paychecks.
Yeah, he'll do the favor, won't he?
He'll do the favor.
Well, guys, we got about 5 minutes left.
All right. What do you think? I run down the card. Each one of us give our predictions. Kevin, give us yours too. I'll run down the card.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And,
Make it quick.
Choose who they're going to win. Drew versus Seth.
Drew.
Drew.
I'm going to say Drew. Bray versus Braun.
Bray.
Braun.
SmackDown tag match, the ladder match. Miz and Morrison, Forgotten Sons, New Day, Lucha House Party.
The Forgotten Sons.
I done forgot who you said. Yeah, whoever was that. Whoever it was to begin with.
I'm going to go Forgotten Sons.
Drew.
Drew.
I'm going to go Miz and Morrison.
All right. Men's Money in the Bank, Black, AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, King Corbin, and Otis.
Black.
Otis is my dark horse.
Corbin.
I'm going to go AJ Styles.
Corbin's a good one.
Corbin's a good one because they love it.
Could be Corbin. Yeah.
Now, I'd like Black to win, but I feel like it's going to be Corbin because Vince just loves Corbin.
Yeah,
you're right.
I felt like it was Corbin all day. I just didn't want to say it either because I don't like Corbin at all.
Well, I read something about it, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Corbin.
The women's Money in the Bank got Nia Jax, Asuka, Baszler, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella.
Baszler.
Lacey Evans.
Baszler.
Asuka.
Lana.
And then you got MVP versus R-Truth.
R-Truth.
R-Truth. And then Cesaro versus Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro can't have nice things.
No.
Jeff Hardy will win, and then he'll be off for another 2 months.
Yeah. He'll win and relapse tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He'll cash
I wouldn't want to say it. You said it.
tonight.
You said
I'm going on the kickoff show. I'm going to party. Can't even make it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He'll be tomorrow.
Terrible.
He'll be trying to cash in a briefcase he don't even have. He'll be.
Then we'll get, like, in 2 months, he'll go to rehab. 2 months later, we'll be getting articles.
Yeah. He'll
Vince
be on
McMahon's gonna push
TMZ
Hardy.
tomorrow. Yeah.
He's going to push Hardy. Hardy's going to be champ. Seems like every time he comes back, they're giving Hardy a push.
Then he gets arrested somewhere down the road. I mean, that's just what happens for you.
I think they tell him that to see if he'll get in trouble. If he don't get in trouble, they'll give him that push. But if he gets in trouble,
It's kind of like
Vince is like, let's get rid of Jeff. Tell him he's going to get a push and he'll relapse every time.
Oh, that's terrible.
I bet if R-Truth ever won a Money in the Bank, he would try to cash in his luggage briefcase, and then it would just end with him like dumping his dirty underwear on somebody.
That's great.
Dude, I would love to see R-Truth have Money in the Bank. Do you think of the GOAT they could do with that? Sure.
wouldn't be shocked if he didn't come out there tonight and try to climb the ladder.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Good.
I love that.
I can't believe you didn't mention David Arquette, Jason. You've been.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about David.
Okay, over under. Does David Arquette make a cameo tonight during them going up and down the
Yes.
WWE headquarters?
Yep. By far.
Yeah.
I mean, because he did
The
make
picture's out there. If he doesn't, then I'd be shocked.
Does he get involved?
I would like to see him do his role he did from Ready to Rumble. Just show up as that guy. Yeah, drinking a slushy, standing there.
I would just like to see him like
riding in on a motorcycle in his cop outfit. I'm here.
I'm with Jason. I'd like to see him see him standing in the corner drinking that slushy, like with the same outfit on.
Yeah, reading
Like an
wrestling magazine or something.
That's all I would need.
Standing there reading a wrestling magazine, drinking a slushy.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm glad you brought that up. But I got a feeling, I think he might be involved in it. I think at some point somebody might try to push him and he hit him back throughout the.
Who knows?
I mean, it's cinematic somewhat.
One thing One thing I want
He's
to say
gonna
real
help King
quick,
Corbin
we talked
win.
about Arquette
That's what's
before, and
gonna
I never
happen.
mentioned this. Everything that David Arquette has done that involved wrestling, he's never been paid for it. Every dime he's ever made, he donates it to charity or he donates it to a needy family. Arquette wrestles strictly because he loves wrestling. I think that's awesome. I mean,
That's
I
cool,
think
man.
that's great. Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of his movie stuff.
Oh, he does
That
death
makes me even
matches
bigger
and
fan.
yeah, he does death matches and everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. He's
beat to death, and to know he never gets a dime for that, he's just doing it because he loves it. I mean, I think that's
tough.
awesome myself.
Yeah.
He almost died from a light tube spot. It like cut
Yeah, he
open
did.
his close to his jugular.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And
I'll tell you what.
I think it's amazing.
This is my prediction, though. He's going to help King Corbin win. The King will be victorious.
Good.
Hey,
That would make sense too.
Exactly.
That
That's
would
what I'm
make
saying.
sense. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The King will win. King will rise.
Yeah, I will rule you.
Oh, God. If they do that, then that'd be the best moment in my life.
Nah, they're not that smart. That would be something AEW would do. They're not that in touch with their fans up there in Connecticut.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's your wishful thinking. We couldn't get that lucky.
No.
I want to thank our sponsors real quick one more time. High Tech Science Graphics, Pressburg Pig and Poke, and Wires Insurance Agency. Just want to thank those guys. You know, they've helped us along the way, continue to help us, and just want to say I can't wait to get back to, being able to do this show live, from the Pig and the Poke. This Zoom's fun, but
we love the pig.
it's just not the same,
we
not
are
doing
the
it there.
pig.
Yeah, we are the Pig. How much time we got left there, Kevin?
I guess it's about time to wrap it up for you guys.
All right.
I want to say thanks for tuning in. God bless everybody.
Yep. God bless everybody,
I hope
and
everybody had a good
you've been
Mother's
booked.
Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.